Greetings, viewers! Night here, bringing you another quick Fox commentary. Today I'll be responding to the countdown YouTuber PhantomStrider, who released his top 3 weirdest and best cartoon reboots. While I don't have an issue with the bulk of his list, there was one spot that I felt I needed to address.
And the second weirdest cartoon reboot is Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, goody. That show is on one of his lists again.
Try and picture something for me. Imagine if the Roadrunner cartoon is the equivalent to a well-cemented wall of bricks. Now imagine the Sonic cartoon being the equivalent to that, except the builders were trained monkeys who just threw the bricks into a crumpled pile and slathered cement over the top, hoping for the best. I know I've discussed it before, but I just simply can't say enough about this truly fascinating train wreck. I just get such genuine enjoyment from how hilariously stupid, ill-conceived, insane, and bizarre this series is. I think what makes Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog so fascinating is, episode to episode, I never have any idea where each episode is going to go, ever. While Sonic Boom also tries to keep its viewers guessing, it's actually constrained by its good writing. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog has no such constraints.
So you're comparing a show that was made in 1993, a decade where cartoons like Sonic were known for their random humor, mind you, to a show that was made in 2014 because, in your opinion, that show had better structure. You do know that Rocko's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy, and a few old one-off cartoons could occasionally be weird for the sake of being weird, right? And Invader Zim was nothing but insanity that had absolutely no sense of continuity. And on the subject of Sonic Boom, when that show aired, a lot of people in the cartoon community openly panned it. They accused the characters of being flat, that the humor was childish, hated that it was done in CGI, and claimed that the show was formulaic to the point of being predictable.
This cartoon's a fascinating disaster of animation and writing, all mixed with the charm of Jaleel White's 90s happy-go-lucky tone.
The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog was mostly a product of its time, a time where cartoons didn't need to be deep or have some underlined message. And hell, the network must have thought it worked. The show had at least 62 episodes. That is way more than most shows get in their first season alone.
Sonic and Tails spend most of the cartoon wandering and running around in the horrendously animated world of Mobius, interacting with even more appallingly drawn monstrosities. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog was loud. It had no substance, no effort, no highbrow humor whatsoever.
Okay, I get a few cartoon reviewers hate hearing this, but it's for kids. Like preschool to grade school age kids. Kids that age aren't going to care about whether something is high class or sophisticated. They're going to want something they can laugh at and enjoy. Plus, the original Sonic cartoon did have some morals for kids at the end of every episode, like how you shouldn't run away from home, or how you shouldn't do something that is clearly dangerous. Yeah, the way they were worded didn't make any sense, but the morals were still there. This segment is basically over, and now I must ask that burning question since I started. What is this a reboot of? From what I was able to look up, there was never a pre-existing Sonic cartoon before Adventures. There was a series of games, but barely anything apart from Sonic, Tails, and Robotnik carried over. I can understand why Powerpuff Girls Z and Mystery Inc. are on the list, but not the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, because it was the first Sonic cartoon ever made. Strider, it really feels like you don't understand the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, seeing as how you've mistaken it for both a reboot and a remake, when the cartoon is really an adaptation of the game. Maybe you should try to do a cartoon adaptation of games list or something. I'd also advise you not to hold cartoons up to such a high standard. Not everything needs to be artistic, and not everyone is going to share your opinion on what quality entertainment is. I'm not hating on you, but these really are things that you should take into consideration. Anyways, this is Night saying thanks for letting me share my thoughts. Please share yours with me.